That never happens, ever.
Ever? Never?
Never, ever have I ever not hit the record button when starting a podcast.
Usually we just start going and then it runs out of space and then it turns off.
Oh. Well, we did. We did have that once. My computer, the last one, it was running low on memory, and we got like, I don't know, 50 minutes in, and all of a sudden I look down, I'm like, it's not recording anymore.
Oh, no.
But it only been like 3 or 4 minutes, and so it wasn't too bad.
Luckily, we were talking about a pretty easy topic, so we just went
we're like, oh,
restart.
I remember because
Let's
I was
start
like,
over.
yeah, Zach was making a comment and was like, I just looked at him like, it's not recording anymore.
We're not recording. I'm like, oh.
Anyways, welcome back to the Beehive Biker Podcast, episode 16. Today we are covering all of the shenanigans we've had on our Bear Lake trip. Any of you guys been to Bear Lake before?
I have.
Just chilling?
Yeah.
On a bike?
No, on a trailer. Camp trip.
Oh, in a cage.
Yes. I was not. That was before I was a cage-free human.
Cage-free human. Garey, had you been out here on a bike?
Yeah, we came up. No. Yep. Sorry. Yes.
Well, which
I've been
one is it,
here
Garey?
A couple times on a motorcycle.
Couple times?
Yes.
Because you'd taken Monty before.
Took Monty back the first time we came up to Bear Lake. Took Logan Canyon out, and then Monty Cristo on the way home. And then we've come up to Bear Lake probably 2 more times last couple years. This is the first time I've ever stayed
Over.
in Bear Lake, yeah.
And Zach, I remember you went late last year.
No, we actually went early
Or
this year.
early this year. It was cold. Either way.
We were back out here in March, and yeah, it was, 8 feet of snow on the ground. It was cold.
Did you take Logan Canyon?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yep.
That'd be frigid.
The snowmobilers are looking at it. What are you thinking?
No kidding.
Where are you going, idiot?
You can't go that way.
Yeah, we got up to the top, and before we started cresting, I was like, I need to put a windbreaker on because it's cold.
That's all you had was a windbreaker?
That's all I
Oh, my gosh, dude. Oh, man. I've never come on the bike before, but growing up, we used to come here all the time. Like my grandparent or my grandma on my mom's side used to work at Utah State University, and she would, because she was an employee, she could rent their, they have like dorms here for students to do, I don't know, come out and educate themselves or something. I freaking know. or get into trouble.
Self-education.
Yeah, so they'd rent those for
Maybe a marine science.
couple days over the summer, and we'd all come for a big family reunion. But when she stopped working there, we stopped coming. But I think it was good to come out. It's not too far from where we're all at, so it was a pretty simple ride. But I enjoyed the trip around the lake.
I would say Josh is the first.
I feel like you should get out on your bike more and go south.
I know. Why?
You've never been down to Eagle Mountain. You should come down and say hi.
I'm
Last
there
time you
every
were
week.
there.
I'll pass.
Last time you were there, I brought you Wendy's and threw it over the fence.
Yes,
So
that was a vital mission.
in my sandals across that.
That was
field.
great. That was probably one of the
He's
best.
like, promise you won't shoot at me.
Yeah, what he's mentioning is I was at annual training with the National Guard, and we were doing live fire exercises with the artillery unit, and one of the firing zones is like it's literally they're set up, and 300 feet back is a fence, and then it's literally a backyard of somebody's house. Like these humongous houses in Eagle Mountain. And most of the people that live there are just sitting on their back porches.
Oh yeah, just watching.
Looking. Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, we're here for the show.
We're getting invaded again.
Yeah.
I was honestly surprised that they weren't like pissed. I don't know. They've got to be used to it.
There's a
living
guy out there with lawn chairs, like watching.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he was set up.
Well, and the one people had like an in the ground hot tub, like tiled, and they were just sitting there watching. I'm like, okay. But anyways, I was getting kind of hungry, and so I texted Josh up because I know I was like, hey, how close are you to this fence here? He's like, oh, like what, 5 minutes?
Like 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
He's like, I want McDonald's. I was
like-
like, I'm not driving to McDonald's, bro.
Everyone has a McDonald's, so I just assumed it'd be like the easiest thing to get. But he said Wendy's was closer, so he hooked me up with some Wendy's. I was late too because we were doing we were doing
11
night
o'clock, I
fires.
brought
Yeah,
that to
we
you.
we were doing night fires because they do the illumination rounds.
Yeah.
And so we were having to stay up late because as a medic, we're doing medical overwatch and whatever. So in case someone gets hurt, we got to be up. But yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, good times.
Yes, we will have to make some more southbound trips to come see ya.
Yeah.
Not that I hate riding on the interstate because I really never had an issue with it before, but being on these like 2-lane roads, like going through small towns, I enjoy that way more than going on an interstate.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's so many ding dongs on the interstate you got to deal with.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's the same. I mean, you could take Redwood Road all the way down to Goshen or Eureka, Goshen down there. And then you can hang down towards and get all the way down to Mona and all the way down to Nephi down there on 2 lanes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice ride down on
We
that
could
side of
go
the
the
lake, though,
back
too.
way through Rush Valley, through Tooele.
Oh, yeah. We could go out that way,
And
too.
5 Mile Pass. It's just windy out that way.
Well, it's not too bad. You just got to watch for the wildlife at twilight. Really, that's the worst part about that ride back behind that mountain.
Oh, man, I can't imagine running over some deer with a motorcycle.
Oh, man, it was sketchy. I went out there at twilight one time. I was going through.
Motorcycle. They are.
Oh, man, they are sketchy.
No. I think there was one that like kind of walked onto the road and then turned around one time I was riding and I was like looking around.
It was considering its life choices when I was driving down 5 Mile. He was staring at me and he was like, what is this?
We were coming back from your house, going through Perry, and
Oh, there's lots of deer.
no, it was a cat.
Oh, a cat?
No, it was a cat.
Yeah, and so
Like just a house cat?
Yeah, I was behind a truck and it was dark, and I was thinking, okay, I'm going to make a lane change. And as I start to get out into the lane, I look up and there's a cat, and it's running across the street. And right when it sees, me, it turns around and runs back. And I thought, okay, so I just went back behind the truck until the cat turned around. And so
So it darted out and then came back out?
Yeah,
Or
it
it went
went
back
back,
away?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Man, I about murked a chipmunk today. Did you see that? Were you behind me, Zach? We were riding and it like ran out and stopped. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to run it over. And then I looked in my rearview mirror and I could see it running back to the side of the road. And I was like, oh my gosh, I could have sworn I hit that thing.
Yeah.
But it was so small. I was like, maybe I didn't.
his buddies,
Maybe I wasn't even going to feel
dare
it.
you to go run in front of your motorcycle.
Dare you to touch the butt.
Touch the butt.
Get out there. Play a little game of chipmunk.
Yeah.
Get in the road.
Game of chipmunk.
All right. So you two that took on the first day when we rode out to this Airbnb, tell us about your ride and what roads you took.
So Mike and Josh came up from Salt Lake and met at our house in Ogden.
Hey, don't insult me. I'm from Utah County.
Sorry, Utah County came up to Salt Lake County. Then they came up to Weber County. We took Ogden Canyon out through Huntsville into Monte Cristo, over Monte Cristo, into, I'm going to botch it, Woodruff and Randolph. I can't remember the order.
Yeah.
Woodruff first, Randolph, and then up and over into the Lake Town.
Yep.
And it's about 100 miles, a little over 100 miles
From Ogden.
from Ogden. It was beautiful, clear. Trees are changing color, so that's nice to see. It was pretty warm,
Yeah.
not too bad. But there were some parts towards the end of the ride where it got a little bit cooler in little sections where you drop down and it got cooler and then you get back up. But it's a nice ride. I've never done it going that way. I've always come back through Monte, so it was kind of nice to go the other way.
Yeah.
But Mike had heard from somebody at work last week that was a really good ride, so we decided to go that route.
That's one I really want to do because I've heard it from a lot of people. So maybe next time we go that way next year.
Well, yeah.
Well, we should probably bring up our miscommunications.
Why would we want to do a group ride?
Why would we want to do a group ride?
We did
Jeremy?
a By group ride.
You know, thank you, Zach. High five for that one.
We've got 2 groups.
No, so like the day before the trip,
All the old people.
All the old
there's
people that are
Mike,
prepared.
Josh. Oh my gosh, Mike, Josh, and Garey are like, yeah, we're wanting to leave at 1:00 in the afternoon and get there by 3 or 4. And I'm like, but I'm not off until 5, so we're gonna have to leave at 5:30. And they're like, no, we're leaving at 1.
We took the day off.
We took the day off. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, when did
It's
we
not
ever?
even a thing.
I was like, when did
Just
we
call
talk?
out sick, JJ.
I was like, when did we even talk about this? And they're like, well, we've talked about it. And I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do? And Josh is like, well, just call in sick.
Guess you're riding at night, buddy.
I can't do that. And Zach couldn't get off any earlier.
What's funny about the whole situation is that they were so focused on you and getting you off of work. I'm like, well, they don't
we
give a
figured-
rat's about me.
We figured you'd follow too.
He's calling sick too.
Be a bad influence.
If all of us are doing it, you'd do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh. I was just like,
Peer pressure on
and,
that
and so
one.
I messaged him like, I just wasn't sure if there was some sort of disconnect or something. I was like, what's the point of going on a group ride if we're not going to ride as a group?
That's what we thought. So come.
Yeah,
call
call
in sick.
come at
in
one.
sick, and then we could all go together.
We'll come up-
Next year we'll be better prepared and we'll just have it off.
Well, and then Gary's like, well, didn't anyone talk to you? I'm like, no one talked to me. He's like, I thought Josh talked to you. And Josh was like, I didn't talk to him.
There's a lot of assumptions.
Oh yeah. We've learned
Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made.
All that
I
matters
just
is that
wish
we
there
all
were
made
better
it here.
communication.
Yeah, well, we're going to better.
That's what Jeremy said. I just wish we had better communication.
Well, I was like, I'll just have to be better, because like I knew, because I've worked with all you guys, so I'm like, okay, they're gonna be getting off around 3:30ish or whatever, and Josh and Mike are coming from Salt Lake-ish area, and so we'll be taking off
Utah
around
County.
Utah County. We'll be,
I
Happy
think
Valley.
it'd be better if you came from Salt Lake County.
I mean, yeah, it'd be a little bit closer.
but I was like, we're gonna be leaving, or I mean, maybe they'll get to my house around 6:30, whatever, and then
6:30. That's so late.
Gosh, it's
so late.
sunset.
It's okay. Everybody was saying
sun
that
went
they
down
were
at like
leaving
8.
at 12:30 and
We're
showing
old.
up here at 4, and I'm like, it don't take 4 hours to get to Bear Lake. What
We're
are they
old.
doing?
We have to take potty breaks lots of times.
Yeah.
No, we were riding with Mike leading, and he got parched
oh, he had to
and
stop for
pulled
water.
over in Woodruff, like a panic stop.
Oh, like totally on a like.
I can't breathe.
slope.
I'm
Now,
parched.
if Mike came over here, he might be able to
I'm
defend
parched.
himself.
Because apparently you can feel the wind without a windshield.
Little details, Gary.
Yeah, I
Little
never knew.
I mean, wait, does he not have a fairing or a windshield?
He has nothing.
What?
He has a headlight.
No way.
What was he thinking buying that Indian
his
Scout?
nonsense.
His face is a windshield.
That Indian Scout, what was he thinking?
I know. It's a beautiful bike.
Come on, Mike. Defend yourself.
Got
Come on,
minor
Mike. Come
flaws.
defend yourself.
Yeah, maybe we just spend the next 40 minutes talking crap on Mike, and then he'll finally come over here
Maybe.
and sit down
Get him all wound up.
and get in the middle finger from the corner of the room.
Peanut Gallery's got attitude.
Oh, man, that's funny. Yeah. Well, so Zach and I and Dennis, we all, and our wives, I should say them before they get mad at me,
Wait.
Ellie, Michaela, and Natalie.
Oh, okay.
Gary's wife came too.
Gary's wife came too.
too.
I'm never going to live it down, honestly. Never going to live it down. I can't live anything down around you guys. You guys hold it to me.
Because you don't have a screaming eagle.
Yep, I don't have a screaming anymore.
Just an air filter cover.
Just an air
Yeah.
filter.
I'm going to get you that sticker.
Not just a cover, it's an air filter.
Oh
my gosh.
Not only
So, anyways, our group that came from like the Brigham City and then Cache Valley area, we took Logan Canyon. We were originally thinking going first and taking immigration through Preston and whatnot, but we were like, man, if we don't take Logan Canyon, we're not going to get there till like 9:00. So we ended up taking Logan Canyon. I was a little nervous because I've been in Logan Canyon in a car and there's crazy people. And so I was like, man, I really don't want to be taking Logan Canyon there, but it was actually
It wasn't
really
too bad
nice.
yesterday. Yeah, I was surprised with how little traffic we ran into.
And you guys got here and it was still light out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sun was still up. The funny thing is we got into the canyon and there was quite a line going in, and we're like, why is it so bad? And then we come around the corner and it's like,
Semi.
no, it was that moped first.
Oh, yeah.
It's like this teeny moped with 2 people on it.
I was like, this little.
Was it Mike?
It could have been. little 50cc bike.
No, it was tiny.
Just
I
like Indian
couldn't
on
believe
it?
there were 2 people
Did
on
it
it.
say it was stenciled on the side? Indian Scout.
Bobber.
No, and they were going like 25 miles an hour, and so we're
Yeah.
just like,
That's a long ride.
and
it
they
took
were there for
forever.
a minute. They went into the canyon far. Like it was probably a solid 20 minutes that we were like there was
my
like
gosh.
a huge train of people behind this
The
stupid
guy's
moped.
yelling to his wife, I can't turn around.
Well, then they turned and they about fell over.
Yeah, there was like a dip in the ground, and they like, you know. Oh my gosh, I'm like, mopeds are fun for messing around, but not driving on a 45-mile-an-hour road in a canyon, having crap tons of people behind you.
Yeah, 6% incline.
Yeah.
Right? But
Get up close there.
All right, I'm sorry.
We need to
Here,
hear that beautiful voice.
I'll talk real nice.
Oh
to him.
gosh,
I know you're going to use
after
this
that,
later.
though, I mean,
exactly.
we took off pretty good for a while.
Yeah, it was nice, and it was the sun was setting behind us, and you're just following kind of those open valley areas, and the river's there, so it's not too hot, not too cold.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice,
And
and
then we got stuck behind the semi.
yeah, and then we
Going uphill
were
once again.
yeah, we were like 3/4 of the way there. You know, when you hit, I think it's the what are they called? The sinks. I think that's what they call them.
Peter sinks.
Yeah, and it was just the semi truck and then like 20 cars behind it.
Yeah.
So it was slow going up that hill, and then they pulled over for the brake check, and then we were able to get past them. But then it was just downhill from there, literally.
Yep. Drop it into third and just engine brake it right down into the canyon or
Nice.
into the valley.
Nice.
I hate that last corner.
Why?
I always feel like I'm coming in too fast.
Wait, like the last corner.
When you see, okay, you come in and you're at the top and you come, there's a hairpin turn, you come down, and then the last one, right before you get to the road with the Chevrolet. I mean, it's all the main highway, Logan.
Oh, okay.
But I always feel like
You just feel like you're going too fast for that
coming in
corner.
too fast. Yeah.
I didn't know there was the one where it was like slow down to 25 or something like that, but that was pretty early
Yeah.
at the top of the hill.
Yeah. We had a couple that said 25 mile an hour corner in 1 mile. And I'm like, okay, waiting.
That was a ton of warning for that corner.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
on Monte Cristo?
Yeah. It was real close to Lake Town.
There's like 5 or 6 signs, like 20 mile an hour corner up
They had
ahead.
a runaway
ahead.
truck ramp and a 6% grade and all these signs. And I'm like, okay, it's coming
Where's
in
it
a
at?
second. Where is it? Where is it?
And then we made the corner and the signs went away and we're like, huh.
That was it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's isn't that when you're dropping down and then the runaway truck ramp's right in front of you
Yeah, it
going
just
up
goes
the hill?
straight up
Yeah.
and then it's like, and you're like,
I think it's
that was
the left where the truck ramp is.
anticlimactic.
Could you imagine driving a semi and having to use that?
They had one happen recently. like
Yeah, that
in
was
the
down
last-
Parley's, wasn't it?
I don't know, but I heard it's violent. I know the axles usually get ripped off the trailer.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, it's pretty bad news.
Well, I mean, I don't know for sure how they're related, but there were some Pugmires here because that's where my family's from, is here in this Bear Lake area in St. Charles specifically. But I think they owned some sort of convenience store or something, restaurant, but it's like literally right at that corner as you come down. And their building got destroyed like twice by semi trucks.
Yeah, they've had a lot of people just blow through the freaking town coming down.
Like, yeah, that stoplight that's right at the base of the mountain with the gas station. And
Oh, yeah.
That's they've implemented so many different measures to that runaway truck ramp now, just to stop
Yikes.
them before they get to the city. It's wild. Drink break.
Drink break. All right. So our ride today, we ended up deciding to go on the south end of the lake and went to Lake Town first. What did you guys think of the gas station there?
I was disappointed in the 88.
Oh, yes. We were hoping for some higher quality gas.
Some higher quality gas would have been nice, but
Well,
Zach saved the day.
Yeah.
Zach was a
He
quick
did.
thinker.
He did.
Well, I was just sitting there because I'm like, I know how crappy my bike runs when it's not on 91. I don't want anybody else's to just poop out on it. I'm like, I'm buying 2 bottles of this stuff and I'm pouring some in everybody's.
Yeah, the octane booster came in.
It seemed to have worked for
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah, I
I
don't
mean,
have any issues.
Pretty good for me.
Screaming Eagle ran great.
Well,
You know,
Zach
it wasn't just an air filter
Just
cover,
wasn't
Gary.
just the air filter.
Golly.
Not only is it the air filter,
You know what? We should call this episode "The Screaming Eagle." It's
Returns.
just a air filter
Returns.
cover.
it's on my registration too. If you'd like to see.
He was so proud of his registration too. He showed that to everybody.
Oh, I'm sure. He's got the
it
original
says
purchase.
I got it
Screaming
laminated.
Eagle.
2008 HD.
Got it on the
Screaming
title.
Eagle.
No, Zach came up to me. He's like, "So this is a gas station, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's a gas station, like a real gas station." I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
He's like,
I
"Okay,"
just
and
thought
he
it
just
was like
takes
a-
off and goes in.
I thought it was just like a store where you could buy like memorabilia for Lake Town or whatever. So I'm like, are they actually going to sell like
Gas?
stuff for no, obviously because we had already filled up. But I'm like, do they have like oil? Do they have gas cans? Do they have all the
convenience
amenities?
store.
Yeah.
all the amenities that if you walk into a 7-Eleven or a Maverick, you can buy your octane booster. Because I'm like, if not, we're all running 88. And so, yeah, I asked him, and he's like, no, yeah, it's like an actual store. I'm like, done. And walked right in, picked him up.
I thought you had them in your saddlebag because you were
No.
so quick with it.
No,
I mean, he was quick with it.
I know. I was
He
like,
just walked out and he's like, "Here."
Yeah.
I walked out and he's like, "I put octane boost in your tank." I was like, "Sweet,
Thanks, man.
thanks, bro." Oh wait, brother.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's just, I know how crappy my bike runs. And I was like, we're not going to mess around if we're going all the way around the lake. So,
Yeah,
It's only like 20 feet of dirt road.
we're not there yet. We'll get there.
Sorry.
we're still in Lake Town.
We're still stuck in Lake
one thing at a time, man. Jeez. No, I think the next thing worth talking about is this stupid bike race going on. Dude, I was getting so pissed off because they literally, on the east side of the lake, they have miles of bike route. Like, built, and
nice
it's a
bike lanes.
two-lane bike lane.
Well, until you hit Idaho.
Yeah,
Right.
we're not there yet, Josh. Gosh. No, so there's literally
Do you
like,
guys want to start over?
I don't,
Are we recording?
yes, I think so. Pretty sure.
Is this live?
Is this live?
No, so I don't know if it's some official race or if it's just something that people
it looked
do
like a
around.
scout.
here. Yeah,
Looked
like
like a
scouts
scout
or
or a youth.
yeah.
Bear Mountain 40 or something like that? Bear Lake
Well,
40?
I think it's 50 because I remember when my brother went to Boy Scout camp here, it was like I think it was a 50-mile round the lake. But anyways, there's all these kids and adult leaders.
Well, it
or
started
whatever.
out pretty good.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Well, before we got to Lake Town, they looked more professional.
Oh yeah, they looked like they were actually racers
Really nice
or
bikes.
whatever.
And
Yeah,
really nice
Yeah, they had the
outfits
quality
and
stuff.
like that. But as you get around to the other side of the lake,
it's like all little
getting
kids.
to
all
the
the
main-
8-year-olds on their Schwinn.
Main group.
But the thing that was super annoying is they were on the inside of the left lane on
You're
the.
going to get lots of hate mail.
I don't give a crap.
No, don't talk
talking bad
talk
about
about bikes. like that, man. I mean,
Bicyclists.
come on.
Oh my gosh, whatever.
That's why
Well,
we all,
I
that's
got
why
in
we
trouble
all
for
paid to
aiming
have
at 'em.
motors on them.
You know that's true.
There's literally 6 inches of shoulder that they're trying to ride their bike on while cars are passing them at 45 miles an hour.
They're riding
and
2
they
and
have
3 wide.
They have an
Well, yeah, they're taking up the whole lane.
8-foot wide bike lane on the other side
of the street.
and it's a 2-way bike lane. It's meant for 2 freaking
It's-
directions.
But they can't see the lake.
Yeah, they can't see the lake 30 feet away.
12 feet's going to make a difference.
I could not believe how many of them were on the. I'm like, are they just thinking that if they ride the inside of the lane, that they're saving themselves from riding farther?
They're not thinking.
I mean, how much
I
extra
mean,
length?
after mile 3, you just don't trust anything that's in your brain. I mean, I'm just saying.
I'm like, if you raced a track that was 30 feet wider around the like entire course, is that really that much farther? I mean, maybe.
But the thing you're not.
Well, they don't have motors.
But not only that, but the bike lane was perfectly paved,
Yeah, it was like
brand new
It's
asphalt.
brand new, yeah.
I'm like, why are you,
The
not
nice
on
thing
that?
is there's never been a bike on it.
Yeah, because they're too busy taking up the road where cars aren't supposed to be.
That's why it's so nice.
Like, you guys are so stupid. But I was just like, then one person would finally be on. I'm like, finally, someone with a brain.
Well, the problem is too is the people coming behind them that are heading south.
Well, that's the issue.
They want to pass, so then they're coming into our lane.
Well, and I can't blame them. Rightfully so. It's their freaking lane, and they have a bike lane for a
Well,
reason.
maybe they should drive in the bike lane.
I started riding in the bike
Yeah,
lane.
maybe we should drive the bike lane.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, because that was frustrating
no
is
speed
the
limit.
people trying to go in the opposite direction are like coming in our lane.
Yep.
And so we're having to all scoot to the right hand side of the road because these bikers aren't in their own.
Well, in the
Spot.
defense, though, we didn't actually have to stop for any of them.
And then slow down.
But the
Right?
thing
we
is,
didn't have to stop. The boots
Why
didn't touch
are
the
you
ground.
defending them?
I'm trying to be on the side of the bikers.
You
okay?
devil's advocate.
I am.
Wrong kind of biker, dude.
Oh, sorry. biker.
This is
Bicyclist.
This is not the Beehive Bicyclist podcast.
It's the Beehive Biker. Get it
the
right.
Beehive bicyclist.
Got it.
Bicyclist.
Bicyclist.
The Beehive guy with a lisp.
I wonder what the ratings are going to be on this one.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was just irking me. I was like, oh, it's like, get off the left side of the road. But we eventually we were stopping to look at the hot springs on what's Epic Recreation Hot Springs.
Yeah,
I don't
something
know.
like
they
that.
named it different. It used to be like Bear Lake Hot Springs, whatever. We were just going to see if it was open, and that's where it looked like a lot of people were just starting.
No, that was a fuel.
Or was it
up.
like
it was
a,
like a break area where they got food and water and stuff.
Oh, okay. Because they also had, oh crap, I can't remember. Joyride, I think. Joyride, I think they're from Logan, but they're a bicycle company,
Yeah.
sells and repairs and whatnot.
Yeah,
so-
they were giving everybody like power bars and stuff.
yeah, I'm like, that's kind of smart. Like marketing wise, you're like, yeah, we'll hand out some candy bars and,
Well, they share a map of the bike lanes.
oh,
That'd be helpful.
that'd be really nice.
Maybe they should cone them next time. Turn here.
Yeah, it works for us on motorcycles. We'll follow the cones.
Gary, we don't talk about construction cones, okay?
The size of a 55-gallon drum.
What are you talking about when you and Mike were heading
Yeah.
back from our place?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I was glad you guys made it home safe, but when you told me that, I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, it wasn't. I was just glad that Mike stopped.
Were you leading?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You led him into a construction
yeah.
zone. Well done.
Well, when you have an incident happen, you always think you should brake right. And by braking right, I went from the lane into the construction zone where they parked the big crane. And I didn't see
Was this Harrison? Where were you?
it was on 89 right past 2700 North. So in that North Ogden area, you go past Pepsi,
Right.
go through the intersection. Then they had taken the 4 lanes and divided them into two lanes either way, but they had those big construction. They look like a 55-gallon drum.
Oh, okay.
And it's hard to tell where to go. And there was 2 lanes going south and 2 lanes going north. And so we were in the right lane, but there was a construction cone laying across the lane. And so in order to avoid it, I just broke right and got out of our little lane, and that was the construction zone
Oh,
on
geez.
the side of the road. But it was dark, so we couldn't see it.
And Mike had his permit.
Yeah. It's like 10 o'clock at
Like,
night on
how
a
many
Sunday.
times? How many times has he ridden?
Like once.
I'm like, oh my gosh, that poor guy.
Never
But he
going to want
didn't
to ride
even phase
again.
him. I wish
I
he
was
were
like-
up here to tell us about it, because I just looked at him. He's like, okay. I'm like, I'm freaking out.
You're like, sorry.
Why would they park a crane right here in the middle of the lane? Mike's like, that's a Cat 42D.
No, he didn't.
No, he did
I could
not.
read the model number on the
That's how close it was.
VIN number.
And then when Gary's wife and I went up, a week later, there were 2 of them. And I said, that's the one we almost hit. And then I said, oh, no, that's not it. There was another one a little bit further north. But yeah.
My goodness. Moving on.
Sorry.
No,
Shiny thing.
Well, we stop at the
Tell
at
me
the
you
hot
have ADD
springs.
without telling me you have ADD.
ADD.
Yeah.
We stopped at the hot springs. Sadly, it was closed, and so we decided to just move on. And one other stop, because we were looking the night before at all these different places we could go, and we were looking. We were trying to show Mike on the map where we were, and I was like, "Well, it's just south of Dingle," and he's like, "Dingle? We got to go there." It's just,
Heck yeah, we're going to Dingle.
I think I got family there, he says.
down below. It was like looking at the map. I'm like,
Mike.
Dingle fire station. I'm like, oh my gosh, they have a fire station, Dingle fire station. So we were like, we got to go take a picture there.
Shed in somebody's backyard.
That's what it looked like.
Well, we turn back onto the same road that we were on, and then 50 feet later, it turns into a dirt road. I'm like, oh crap. And I'm like, well, it's going to be a lot more effort.
Now we're committed.
I was like, it's going to be a lot more effort to turn around than
Like
it is
we
to just
learned from the moped the night before, it's hard to turn around. And the funny thing is, or the thought in my head was, there was a sign for Montpelier, probably about a mile or 2 before we stopped at the hot springs that said 25 miles. And I'm thinking,
not
this
Montpelier. It was
yeah.
town called
Dingle?
Dingle.
No, there was a sign for Montpelier.
Oh, was it? Oh,
on the highway as we
Was
were
it
going up.
basically telling us to turn
25
left?
miles. No, just going straight. If
Oh.
you went straight, it was
Oh, yeah,
25 miles. And then we stopped at the hot spring. When we got back on, I'm thinking we only probably went like 4 or 5 miles. So we got 20 miles of this dirt road.
You were
Yeah,
like,
I'm
so help
thinking-
me if I have to go 25. I think you said that when we stopped in Dingle.
Jeremy complains about doing group rides, but when we do group rides,
he takes us on the dirt roads. Oh my gosh.
and the Screaming Eagle is not designed for dirt roads.
Wait, Gary, is this a real Screaming Eagle?
Yeah, well, yeah, mine is.
Screaming Eagle or not, I don't think any of our bikes were designed for that road.
I was kind of jealous of Mike because his bike's a lot
I know, it had
wider
knobby
and
tires.
his are wide. So I was like, he's probably not really worried about it, but I was like, whatever. It's 7 miles to Dingle, and they've got a fire station. They got because we had half of us have Cardos, so we were on like talking. And I was like, well, hopefully by the time we hit Dingle, we'll have
Paved roads.
paved roads again. It has a fire station. Why wouldn't it? And Zach was like, that doesn't mean anything.
Mike totally backed me up on it too. He's like, that doesn't mean that there is.
Probably volunteer.
Yeah. There's no way that's not fun. It's as if it even works anymore. I don't know. We pulled up to it, and it's literally like a shack, a red shack that says fire department or
Hey, it
fire
had
station.
the garage door was looking good. Okay.
Yeah, it had a new garage door.
It had a new
hasn't
garage
been
door.
touched.
Right.
They don't get many fires in Dingle, Idaho.
You're going to get hate mail from Dingle, Idaho.
Dingle, Idaho is going to be sending you angry stuff now.
Cyclists.
You know, if this podcast gets big enough that people from Dingle, Idaho even notice, I'll just be happy that they noticed. I don't care if they're sending me hate mail or not.
Positive or negative reviews.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, I think all those people where their house, it was the station was basically their backyard.
Yeah, it was like attached to that guy's house.
Yeah, they're looking at us like, what are these people doing?
What are these?
Dingle's doing?
Yeah, what are these dingles doing?
But the thing
just
is,
had to-
they're
just had
missing
to
a
edit
huge
myself.
opportunity. There are no berry farms anywhere in the city of Dingle.
know,
No,
right?
no dingleberries.
There weren't any shacks or anything, man. You're
There's
right.
got to be. There's no way in hell there's not any berry farms in Dingle.
With all the huckleberry shakes up here at Bear Lake, you would think that,
Everything, raspberry, huckleberry, all the
Yeah.
berries.
the Dingles aren't.
That's a
really-
missed opportunity, Gary. These guys, they really got to hire you for their marketing.
There's no way they haven't heard that before.
for sure. They're like, how
It's the
great.
Dingleberry Shack.
Dingleberry Fire Station. Oh, brother.
I think it's past our bedtime.
What time is it?
It's only 10:30.
That's not bad. We went to bed at like midnight last night. It's fine.
Maybe you did. I went to bed at like 9:30.
Yeah, you just disappeared.
Yeah, well, you've been up since 3 a.m. So
Yeah.
that's really we didn't fault you for that. Because I was like, where's Zach and Michaela? And Ellie said, oh, he went to bed.
I was done.
But you'd been gone like an hour before I said anything.
You are so perceptive, Jim.
I know.
That shows how important.
Whatever.
Where's Zach? He's been gone forever.
I thought he was going upstairs to change. All right, so we left Dingle, said goodbye to our favorite town in Idaho,
Yep.
and then headed up to Montpelier. Mm-hmm. Stopped at what was that, like historic
Quilt show.
Well, they had it there, but it was like some sort of museum on the east side of the town or whatever. But we didn't stay there. We ended up going and get food at Dan's Drive-In, I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dan's Drive-In. What did you guys think? Was it pretty good?
Well, the place we stopped was the California Trail.
Yeah, the Oregon
Center.
California Trail Center.
Oh, is that
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
They had a quilt show.
They did.
Show.
Yeah.
Which
I didn't
was
look at it. I
6
just went inside.
months long.
I mean,
Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah.
The banner?
Went from May to
6 months.
October.
Like, that is a long quilt show.
Holy
Must be.
cow.
It's that popular.
I mean-
they need 6 months to show it
Well,
all.
Gary's wife went and looked at it.
You're going to make Paula hate me.
The good news is she's listening.
She's got her earbuds in, I'm sure.
She is not paying attention
at all.
Well, she'll hear it maybe if she listens to it. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good, and you know what I did appreciate? Affordable. I feel like there's so many restaurants that are
Oh,
just,
Dan's?
yeah.
No,
I
it's
thought
good.
we were talking about the quilt show.
Yeah.
too.
Oh,
Oh,
I
no.
mean,
Yeah,
he must have bought a quilt. He just didn't tell us.
It's in the bag.
They
did
are
go
so
inside.
It's
affordable.
$190.
We're not supposed to talk about the price, Zach.
Yeah, it was affordable. Remember? No, like going out to eat. Because, like, I mean, most places we go to, especially like owned by, family business, whatever, it's like $14 for a hamburger. And you're lucky to get fries and a drink with that sometimes. So it was nice to see some affordable options.
Yeah, it was good.
What'd you guys get?
The ranch burger.
Did it have ranch on it?
No. It was like onion rings, bacon.
Oh, no,
Barbecue
that's
sauce.
not the
So you
ranch
got the
burger.
rodeo.
That was the
rodeo.
rodeo. That's what it was.
I was
So
gonna
is the
say,
ranch burger supposed to have ranch on
I
it?
got
Is
the
it-
ranch burger and they put Thousand Island sauce on it instead of ranch.
Well, that seems counterintuitive.
What kind of
which is
ranch
actually-
is
What kind of ranch is this nonsense?
I was like,
Ranch on an island?
this is their AC burger, which is actually on the menu. But I was like, this is not what I ordered.
Oh, did it have ham?
No.
Oh, so it was the AC no ham.
Man, they just.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
dirty?
good anyway. Did you take it back?
Well,
and
what was
make it
funny
No, I
is
just
Josh
did- I mean,
asked,
that's
asked
fine.
him.
Yeah.
That's fine.
They were voted best burger, and he's like, "Which
No,
one?"
best burger in Bear
in
County.
Bear County, or no,
Bear
Bear Lake County.
Bear Lake County.
And he said, "What's your best?"
I thought
burger?
someone told me it was Rich County, not Bear Lake County when I
Bear
said
Lake
that.
County
earlier.
doesn't exist.
Well, that's what it said on the sign.
So it's a
does it?
lie.
So that's how he's undisputed. Now we're going to get hate
Oh,
mail
okay.
from Montpelier.
Dan's Drive-In,
I am the best burger.
Bear Lake County, a county that doesn't exist.
I'm the mayor.
It's a sovereign state.
Yeah, that's right.
The sovereign state of Bear
We're
Lake
not
County.
associated
Now-
with Dingle.
To be fair, it might be a county in Idaho. I don't know. But we were talking about counties in Utah.
That is true.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It
No,
might
and-
be.
yeah.
And Bear Lake is in Rich County, Utah. It might be in Bear
it's
Lake
Bear
County,
Lake County,
Idaho.
Idaho.
That's a good point.
That might be. I don't know.
Yeah, I asked him what was his best burger, what burger won the prize, and he said it just had to do with how many burgers they sold.
Oh, really?
And I said, well, what's your best burger? And he said, they're all
I love
good.
them all. They're all like my children.
He's like SpongeBob in there. Like
I couldn't pick
every
a
one
favorite.
of them is a masterpiece.
What did he give you? He didn't.
No, he didn't give me a. He
didn't give you
recommend-
an-
No.
So we
Really?
give him 3 stars.
Yeah.
Did you leave a review?
No.
No.
But every time
I'm way too lazy to leave reviews. Dude.
I know, me too. I'm
Even
like,
if the service is bad, I'm just like, man, just don't go back.
Maybe it was just a bad day.
Every day's a bad day.
Well, the funny thing that happened with us was that Ellie ordered hers and she wanted mozzarella sticks, but she calls them mott sticks. And so he's like, he just kind of mumbled something, and she's like, yeah, mott, yeah. And then he pulls out a Monster energy drink from the fridge because he thought she said monster. And so he
like,
pulls
"We're
it out
not-"
and hands it to us, and we're like, what's this for? And he's like, you wanted a monster, right? And I'm like, no, mozzarella sticks. And he's like, oh, okay.
She was using the lingo from Peach City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this
Yeah, well,
waitress.
And that doesn't
Golly.
work in Bear Lake County, Idaho.
I don't even know if they have mozzarella sticks at Peach City.
If they did, they would be great.
You like Peach
They
City?
wouldn't be mozzarella sticks. They'd be Mott's sticks.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mott's
Mott's
sticks.
sticks.
Mott's sticks.
I just, yeah.
Do you have Monster?
Monster. Got Monster Energy here. Oh my gosh.
The only reason I like Peach City is because we went there. I like soft serve.
Oh, okay.
And every time I go and get a soft serve cone anywhere, it's always about that much ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
And the girl gave me a soft serve, and it was about a foot tall.
Holy
Yeah.
cow.
Yeah, I was like, I'll never be able to eat this. I just wanted a little bit of ice cream, but I didn't want like that little.
So did you eat the whole thing?
No, there's no way. We put it in a cup.
Have you ever been to a Macy's?
Oh, yeah, the Kongs.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Kongs are
The Kong
huge.
Yeah, we used to have one when we first moved here. And
They're amazing.
You know what blew my mind is I hadn't had one in years, like 10 years probably. And we went with my daughter, and the price had hardly changed.
still like under $2.
Yeah, I was expecting it to be like $5 or $6 for the Ultimate Kong or whatever it
No,
is.
it's like $1.79 or
Yeah, I couldn't
$1.89 or
believe
something.
How
Yeah.
big is an Ultimate Kong?
like
It's like a freaking foot tall. It's
Yeah.
like that big.
they take like
I
an
always get
extra
the Mama,
large,
which
like
is like the smallest. Can I have a Mama, please?
well, they take like an extra large drink cup and put it upside down in it because it's just not going to stay straight up and down.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're getting distracted here, but
Yeah. Ice cream. Soft serve. It's amazing.
how was the shake? You guys, I think, you got it. You
Yeah,
both
Paula
I got
got
a
a
shake.
black raspberry.
No, her name's not Paula.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gary's wife. I like talking about her in the third person.
I'm so dead after this podcast.
Gary's wife got a black raspberry. Would highly recommend it.
Yeah, it was
Gary's
super good.
wife would recommend that. Huh?
Yeah.
What did you guys get?
I got the Reese's peanut butter cup, and it was good.
That's a good one.
Did you guys say that it was
They-
only mixed in the top
Yeah,
half?
they
though?
only gave us like 2 inches.
So it turns out
worth
we
of
really
the
didn't care
Reese's
for
peanut
Dan's.
butter.
I didn't have any
Hate
issue.
mail coming from
Yep.
Dan's.
Well, you don't go to Dan's for the Reese's peanut butter shake. Okay.
It sounds like
or
you're,
the
everyone was sharing.
You got to get a berry shake.
Everyone was sharing yours. It sounded like it was pretty darn
Oh, that
good.
was super good. I had a couple bites. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just like, I can't do ice cream right now. Army called me fat, so. The Army.
Probably the Wendy's I dropped off.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jeremy.
The
I'm
Army-
an enabler.
Yes, it's all your fault. They finally caught me after 3 years. They're like, yep. They like tape me. Yep, you're fat, dude.
Every time we come
Failure.
out here for night operations, he's running towards the fence line.
He disappears towards the fence for a bit.
Shine a light over there.
Comes back, smell. He got grease stains and
He's eating his
ketchup sauce on his uniform.
eating his frosty with the fries.
I've never been into that. I don't know. I think that's weird. Are
on,
you a
Jeremy.
Frosty and Fry guy?
No, I'm not.
So don't
But I
defend
mean,
it. Don't lie to me.
I'm just saying you're overweight. I'm not.
Oh,
I'm saying if you're
bringing it
eating,
back up.
See, this is the kettle. You're the pot.
The kettle got the.
Yeah.
Yep, got it. Roger that.
I got your back, brother.
All right. All right, where did we head after dance? Oh, we tried to hit up some antique stores in town.
Oh yeah, but I got ammo, so that was good.
Oh, you did
There was
get
a gun
ammo.
place.
Yeah.
They had some 300 black.
well, it was the greatest place on earth.
What?
It had ATV, it had motorcycle,
Oh,
it had guns, and it had liquor.
there you go.
Oh, yeah,
what,
that's right.
What more
You're-
could
you're
you
one-
ask for?
It was everything. Yeah.
Well, a bed and breakfast would have been like cherry on top.
Well, I think they had some cots in the back, but There was also a sign making place on
Oh,
the
yeah.
other side.
You
Yeah,
could
they
get
made
a
custom
vinyl
vinyl signs.
You could
Yeah.
get your vehicle wrapped while you wait.
Yeah.
Well,
it was
in
great.
the slow season here in Bear Lake, you gotta have something to take up your time. Oh man,
Everything-
I don't even know what
closes
the place
at 5 o'clock.
what that was. That was Guns and Ammo or something.
something along those lines. That's all you could see. It was that big of a sign.
Yeah.
They printed those in their back room.
I know they probably did. Signs made while you wait.
While we wait, while we're running your background check on your firearm
Yeah,
purchase.
it's fine. I mean, it's Idaho. They don't check backgrounds. I mean, whoa.
Send it to an FFL.
Shots fired. Sorry, my bad.
Not literally.
Not literally.
And that you can't even really call it an antique
It
store.
was like
though.
a DI.
No, it was like
No,
a
it wasn't.
second-hand store, wasn't it?
wasn't even that good.
They literally, it's like the people just brought their stuff that they didn't want and just stuffed it in the corner. It wasn't even separated. It was just jammed into the room.
Nice.
Yeah, there was.
What are you looking for? We got it right here.
We got everything in that pile.
We went
You're welcome
upstairs
to
and
it.
they had like a Halloween section and a Christmas section. The Halloween section had all of these super old Halloween City brand costumes, and I'm like, who would buy that piece of garbage? Because like half of them are tattered and torn, probably worn by some 6-year-old that just loves Elsa, you know, and like. Why would you accept this as I don't know, are they just not getting any money for they're just turning them in for free? And
I have no idea.
I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
just a second-hand store.
Yeah, it was not worth
To each their own, man.
This,
I mean,
this
somebody
may have
might
been
like
a
it.
third-hand store. To be
Well, I
honest.
mean,
3 or 4 hands have
A
been
second hand would have been an
to be
improvement.
fair,
second hands putting it nicely.
There's another customer lost.
Well, the second we saw like some creepy doll, I was like, "Yo, Paula, we gotta send this to Joe." Oh man, I'm not a fan of dolls myself, honestly. So I don't blame Joe for wanting to block you when you send them to him.
that's good to know.
What was that?
That's good to know.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. I have plans now.
You're gonna get his number.
No, I'm
Challenge
gonna
accepted.
start sending
Oh,
you stuff.
me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh, I can't tell you guys anything.
No, you can't. You haven't learned that yet.
What do you like, Jeremy? I like group rides and I like dolls. In that order.
Well, I think we were kind of striking out on any place we wanted to go visit because it seems like everything is just Memorial Day to Labor Day, and it's
Well, yeah, it's off season for sure up here. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to tell you this when we were over at that secondhand store. Butch Cassidy Museum called me back, and they were like, "Hey, we missed a call from this number," and I'm like, "Yeah, I was just calling to see if you guys were open." He's like, "Nope, have a nice day." And I'm like, "Why you calling me?
Why'd you call me back, bro?
Oh, because we're polite here in Idaho. And
Well, he sounded like he had some sort of like Indian accent or something. I was like, "What is
there's a
happening?"
call center.
There's a call center.
The Butch Cassidy Museum is actually just a front for identity theft.
They're like, they want a tour.
Grab their wallet while they're not looking. Anyways, we kind of gave up on trying to find more antique stores to go visit or just shops. And then the group was very kind enough to allow me to lead the group up to the St. Charles Cemetery where a good chunk of my ancestors are
Like
buried.
half the cemetery.
I've
man.
never
Yeah.
seen so many Pugmires in one place.
I know.
No, it blew.
right?
Well, because if I've been there at that cemetery, I was probably very young. And so this is the first time going as an adult. And we're looking at this board, and granted, the board has all these sheets of paper that have been just rain rotted, like it's leaking or something, and so you can't hardly read half of it. But there's literally like 150 names that are all Pugmires. Like,
They had their own column to themselves.
Yeah.
You just kept reading.
And they're all
reading.
from St. Charles.
yeah.
And there's like 136 people
Yeah.
living in St. Charles right now.
I mean,
It's probably
There's
legit.
Well, I mean,
the
think
two
about it.
Pretty
families,
close.
The Pugmires and the Jensens or whoever the other
yeah. Well,
family.
I think it was
the
like
one up in the
Johansson
corner,
or something.
like the one guy in the corner by himself out the top of the hill. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Smith?
No, it wasn't Smith. It was making jokes.
Jeez.
Too soon. He's been dead for 200 years.
Well, I
My
was just
apologies.
gonna say. I mean,
There was a placard that said "Happy 200th birthday" on some lady's grave.
really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yes, she died she was born in
1894.
1894.
There was
Yeah.
quite a few of those that they had like some sort of small placard that was like
It was like Pioneer certified or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that before, but it was really cool to see. I mean, if you think about it, my ancestors have been here since the mid 1700s or 1800s. I mean, the one I think they immigrated here in like 1850s or something. Like, I don't know. So they're from England, and then they're all there the whole time. So, I mean, we saw my great grandfather's grave and all of his sons and so on and so forth. And, it was something really special for me. So I'm super glad that you guys were willing to do that, because it's just kind of, I don't know, silly if you don't have any family there. You're just like, yeah, we're just in a graveyard. But
Hey, we went on a treasure hunt.
yeah, I mean, it was fun because we had my family tree. We were able to find them all. And
Then we what was your great granddad?
which one?
The one we were looking for.
Well, so we originally, the one I wanted to find,
James John.
James
Jonathan.
John James.
So James Jonathan, which in my family is a big, huge argument. Well, not really anymore, but in the
Everybody's
past,
dead.
yeah, anybody who actually cared is probably dead. But
About 100 years ago, it was a hot
topic.
to preface, his all of the records that ever matter in your life, whether it's birth certificates, social security, military records, etc., death, whatever, they were all conflicting on whether it was James Jonathan or Jonathan James.
But didn't Elisa have a good point that his wife died after him?
so she would be the one to say what his name
Yeah.
was. Well, I think what it boils down to is, what did he go by? Because he might be Jonathan James, but 90% of our ancestors are Jonathan James or Jonathan Pugmires. So they were probably, he's like, man, I don't want to be called Jonathan because
Kinda like what you
grandpa's
were
Jonathan,
saying,
great
yeah.
grandpa's Jonathan, dad's Jonathan, you know.
Uncle's Jonathan.
And then
Yeah.
they have like a buddy in there, and you're like, "What's your name, buddy?"
My name's Buddy.
So I'm gonna guess that he went. I mean, it could easily be that his name was James. It could easily be that his name is Jonathan and just went by James because of so many family. But that's all besides the point. But we were able to find Jonathan James or James Jonathan. That's what I always call him. I just call him Jonathan James Jonathan. Just call him the whole thing. Call him the whole thing. And then his dad, James McKay, and then his dad, Jonathan Jr., which is actually Jonathan the Fourth. So,
My goodness.
and his six
Really likes
wives.
that Jonathan name. Just saying.
They really liked it. No, but for real,
a family
because it's
name.
me, Jeremy, my dad, John, my grandpa, Jack, his dad, Jonathan James Jonathan, James McKay, and then it's like Jonathan, Alexander, Jonathan. There's Alexander Pugmire in the middle of it. Like,
You're like, you don't look like a Jonathan.
definitely. He's like, I didn't get blessed with that name, but I'm sure as heck gonna bless my son with that name. Oh man. Yeah, so it's a long line of a bunch of J's. But it was, I don't know. That's always something that's been really cool. It was cool to see some of my great like my grandpa's siblings that were buried there, and
Yeah.
but yeah, we'll move on. But I really enjoy that. That was something special, and that's something that I will remember from this trip. But after that, we got back on the road and headed back here.
Yeah. It's a good trip.
What was your favorite part, Josh?
My favorite part?
Yeah.
No, just hanging out with everybody. I mean, the trip wasn't long. It was good stopping and like hanging out and talking and just, I mean, shooting the shit. We'll probably quack that out. Just shooting the cuss.
Just shooting the gas.
No, that was my favorite part. Just like hanging out and I don't know, just riding. And we'd only go like what?
8 minutes.
Like
Well, some of them were pretty short, but then it was like 20
we did a couple 25-mile
Yeah.
ones. Then we'd stop, and it was just really nice. It was nice to just hang out. And I mean, it literally took us like 8 hours. I think we did that. It was like 8 hours.
I mean, we left here around what, 11-ish, 11, 15, 30?
Yeah, we got back here like 6, so like 7 hours. We were on the road. I think we only went like 80 miles.
Yeah. But it was like,
It didn't feel like an all-day thing. Like it was fun. Like,
Yeah.
it was really nice.
well, we took off and we were heading to Lake Town, and I'm just looking at my rear view mirror, and I'm seeing all you guys. I'm like, this is so awesome.
oh yeah,
These are 12, like, I have my wife, and then I have 10 of my greatest friends in the world, and they're all here.
yeah.
What was really cool is that this is something that you wanted to do for so long.
And it's finally happened.
Yeah, we finally did it.
Yeah, and it all just took a text message from Josh saying, "Why don't we go on that trip?"
Oh, yeah. What's
We're
the
leaving
whole?
early.
What's the holdup, JJ?
We're leaving early on Friday.
That came much later. But no, for reals. I mean, and I was a little apprehensive because I know all of you. I know you guys from work. I know Zach from my mission, and I know Dennis and Natalie from growing up. They have always lived where I grew up, and I was like, I love being with all these people, but I don't know how they're gonna get along.
Oh, this mix was great, man.
Everyone is so
Yeah.
different.
Like,
but
oh my gosh, we just all meshed like old, long lost friends.
I know.
like high school buddies.
And I was just sitting here because last night we're all just sitting in a circle, like laughing and talking, and people that have never talked before are sitting there getting to know each other. I'm like, this is awesome.
oh yeah.
Meanwhile, Zach's passed out upstairs.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Zach's like, "I'll deuces, guys. I'm going to bed."
I cannot blame you though. I can't when they said that you were up at 3, I'm like, yeah, dude, I'd be
It
a
was
corpse.
such a long
I blame
day.
you, Zach. 100%.
I'll take it.
100%.
Hopefully, we can get more people next year because I know. So the reason
More
why
people.
Seth, more people.
Who are we gonna have? We got
Because
Seth and
I know
his family?
Seth wanted to come, but this was his
This
Lake
house
Powell
holds
weekend.
19. Although they don't have 19 towels, but it
Oh,
holds
they-
19.
like 7 towels.
8
Dude, how would we have?
towels,
Man, we'd
19
have to
people.
stuff people in rooms.
Oh no, they got like
the bunk
they
beds
got,
and everything.
and mattresses, like blow up mattresses
Oh.
and stuff. And then we got the queen bunks.
I was gonna say 12 people can fit on that couch upstairs.
I know that couch is ginormous.
I don't think I've ever slept in a house this big. It's huge.
No, I know this is bigger than my house.
Well, duh. Your house is not just kidding. I've never been to your house.
Your house sucks in Eagle Mountain.
Anything in Eagle Mountain.
I know it's in Eagle Mountain. It's way out there.
Screaming Eagle Mountain.
Screaming Eagle Mountain.
Not just an air cover.
You need to live out there.
I need to bring it out there. Make a trip.
Screaming Eagle Mountain. We'll take a picture in front of the sign.
Oh man.
Well, you didn't see the video. We talked about this a couple episodes ago where he sent me a video of a bear attacking a Harley, and it was my bike. And the alarm's going off.
I think I sent it
Is
to
it
you,
like
and you're like, "Did you
Yellowstone?
realize that was my bike?" I'm like, "No, dude. I
So that bear has no respect for the screaming eagle.
Respect for the screaming eagle.
Get off of it.
So pretentious, Gary.
Oh my gosh. It's horrible.
Oh man.
We might be stuffing sardines into a can, but I think it'd be cool to have.
You think we should try and get the same exact place?
Yeah,
You liked it?
yeah.
This is a great place.
Yeah.
Get a couple more people to go with us.
I mean, we could fit a couple more bikes in that garage. I mean, it looks really pretty in there. I
Yeah,
gotta
it's
say,
nice
it's
having
an,
everyone in there.
it's impressive though. You open up the I
don't
walked
know.
out there.
I
I was
think
getting
we
the
could
pizza, and
only-
I was like, I really want my garage to look like this one day.
But they're all your bikes.
How many do you need? All
See,
of them.
this is why I can't have a second bike because I don't have a garage to put it in. Once I have a
Well,
garage,
I feel
there's
like
no stopping
rates just
me.
went down, so you should probably get a house with a garage. I mean, just saying.
good advice.
Just saying, get a 3-car.
A 3-car garage.
Yeah.
For all my bikes.
6
Well, I mean, you
motorcycles.
got to give one bay to Ellie.
Yes, that's hers.
Yeah, but you get the other 2.
There you go. That works. And then actually, we didn't even talk about, I think it's worth mentioning breakfast. Because we were thinking about going out, and then the place we were thinking about going out was closed.
Well, it said it was open. Like you Googled it on Friday, and it was like open Saturdays. And then you checked it this morning, it's like closed. We're like, well,
Never mind.
good thing Josh brought bacon.
Paula made some fire gravy and biscuits.
Yeah.
Biscuits and gravy, and it all came together. I'm like,
It's
this is
not
like
Paula.
I know. Well,
Gary's wife.
What scared me is I was in the garage and I didn't hear the conversation that we were going to have breakfast here. And everybody starts making breakfast. I'm like, did you talk to Paula?
Gary's wife.
Did
Gary's
you let her know?
Yeah, stop. Well, I'm like, this is the best breakfast I've had in a while.
No, it was great. We had like over medium eggs. We had
Yeah.
scrambled eggs. We had biscuits and freaking gravy that were epic.
Yes.
And then we had-
Mike's wife made those eggs.
Yeah. Mike's wife, not Becky. Mike's wife.
Excuse me.
Oh,
Waffles that didn't get touched.
waffles.
Well, yeah,
that
I
were
was like,
made.
who wants waffles? And then like six
Everybody.
people
Everybody
raised
was
hands,
like-
and then when I finished them, nobody ate them.
Everybody was full. Like we had so much food.
Yeah,
it was
it's
great,
true.
man.
Yeah.
It was great. Like, and it worked out great.
I think that there's a lot of things that we can learn from this trip, but for the most part, it went really nice.
Yeah.
Well, except for the sick day on Friday, but
Oh.
I mean, it's
Not
sad.
getting out all the time. What's the point of a group ride if we can't go together?
I still
That's
want
what
you to
should
know
name.
this, though.
You should name this episode.
You're the only one taking the
what's the
heat
point?
for it.
I know. That's what blows my mind is that you three that agreed to do that all thought each other had talked to me, but none of you did, and I'm the one getting dumped on for it.
I mean, I'm sorry. You're the host, man. I mean, you,
These are all your friends. Remember,
Control
because we
these
love you.
animals.
control these animals. We all love you. That's why we give you.
I know. That is the key.
Oh, uncussing believable. I've been really good.
You're doing really good for you.
I am doing really good.
Oh man,
Normally I
no, it
play
was
a little
true
bit more fast and loose.
Elisa was like, "Jeremy, I don't know why they're being so mean to you." I'm like, "It's because they love me. That's just plain and simple." She's like, "Don't feel bad." I'm like, "I don't. I know they're just giving me crap." Oh man.
Are you going to post the pictures on your
Oh
podcast
yeah,
and all
for
that
sure.
stuff?
I mean, we can.
We got to
throw-
figure out how to put all those pictures together.
Oh yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah.
Because I'm sure I wasn't the only one taking pictures.
Oh, everyone was. It's gonna be awesome.
No, we got some great ones.
What is there anything that we've missed that's worth talking about?
Hold on, I'm just trying to think here. I mean, we saw some really good cows right next to the road. That was.
I love how we
They
were.
were right off.
I know. I got video. I posted on Facebook. By the way, I got to friend you so that way you can see all my pictures. But there's some cows that were like
Walking on the
Elisa
road.
like got a video. I told her, "Hey, there's cows up here." And she got on her phone and she was like, "Whirr."
What did the sign say yesterday? Slow sheep.
"Slow sheep on road." And I was like,
road.
"Which one's name is Kevin?"
They don't look very slow to me. How do you tell? They all look the same.
Some handicapped sheep.
Well, there must have been 6 or 8 signs.
Yeah, I
Just tell
didn't
you
see
slow
one.
down.
I
Didn't see one freaking
They were
sheep.
pretty freaking fast.
A lot faster than the
Slow
shepherd
sheep,
has
my
died.
butt.
They're so fast you can't perceive them.
They're way faster than the screaming eagle.
Interdimensional.
Interdimensional.
But there must
They
have
only
been
seem
6 or
slow
8
because you can't
signs.
understand their speed.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
No, that's great. I mean, excuse you, Gary. We're recording. Okay.
Can you not?
Jeez.
Can you not?
so emotional over there.
These slow sheep just break my heart.
It's like those commercials for like adopting dogs where it's like they show all of them in
Sarah
kennels.
McLachlan.
Oh, it was
It's
that
like-
Sarah McLachlan singing her song?
That's what I was hearing. That's why I started.
Only you can
Yep.
donate just $1 a day for the next 60 years.
Save a dog.
They're like showing the ugliest dogs on planet Earth.
yeah.
I'm like, you're really making me want to adopt a dog right now. Oh, buddy.
No, I mean, my favorite part of the ride is because every time we stopped, we kind of changed order a little bit.
Yeah, that was nice.
So that was pretty cool. So like, I don't think, did you lead the whole time?
Yes.
All but when we left Dan's to go look for the antique store.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Dennis led on that
yeah.
one. But every other time, yeah.
For 200 yards.
And we're like, that's enough of that.
That's enough, Dennis. That's enough of that.
That's how good he is. That's all he needed to do.
No, it was pretty cool in the back. Like we kept kind of shifting order
Yeah,
every time we
rotating.
stopped. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, for a second there, I was like, "Am I going too fast?" Because we started spreading out pretty thin on this west side of the lake. I'm like,
I mean,
"What-
our top speed was, I can't say it on here because of statute of limitations.
What are you talking about? None of us were speeding. There's no way.
You must have gotten really far behind.
There was a little bit of a gap there, and I might have been distracted.
I was like,
Get a picture of the cow.
I was going 5.
Get the cow.
I was going 5 under for like most of the west side just to keep everyone together. I'm like, can no one keep up?
That's funny. You were 5 under. I think I was like 15 over when I was trying to catch up.
I think that's what Mike had mentioned. He's like, yeah, Josh kept falling behind. I don't know what the heck was going on. He was like pointing around, looking at stuff.
Oh no,
Getting
we were totally.
distracted.
It was totally shiny thing moments. Like the whole time on that west side, I was like, "Oh, look at that house. That's pretty cool. Oh, look at that rock. It's really shiny."
Well, it's funny. Every time we'd pass one of those historic signs, I'm like, oh, look, another historic mark. Too bad we can't go to them because they're all closed.
It said closed on it in orange.
Yeah, just so you know, if you're planning a trip to Bear Lake, do not come outside of Memorial Day to Labor Day because there's nothing open.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we're like 2 weeks past
Oh, yeah.
now. I mean, if we were here last weekend, I think some of that stuff was still open,
Yeah, maybe.
like stragglers. Because I know the big shake one. I forget what the name is. Right at
LeBeau's?
the end, the one right at the end of the stoplight, the one that's open air with the big bear.
It's on the east side of the highway.
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
east,
It's across
it's
the street
southeast.
from
I don't know
House.
what they're all called. Yeah,
Well,
I don't
that
know.
one's open the week after Labor Day, and then it closes that weekend, like last weekend.
And I didn't even account for that because I was like, oh yeah, we'll just like eat. There's a crap ton of places to eat, and then all the places that I know to eat are all closed. Like Bear
I mean, the
Cave
pizza
and
place is
LeBeau's.
pretty good. What was that Firehouse?
Yeah, Firehouse
Pizza.
Oh well, that's Firehouse. It's
I mean,
not
it's
like
good.
It's anything
I mean-
unique to here.
Well, I know, but it's good. It's open.
Yeah, it is. It is open.
They were open until 9. Okay, thank you.
That's unique.
Not
They're
closing at
open.
5.
Yeah, they weren't closed at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, so it all worked out in the end, and I think tomorrow we're taking immigration over, so we'll head up. What town do we run in first? Into once we're in Idaho to take over? Is it Liberty or something like that?
Ovid,
Ovid. That's right.
you go through Paris, then into Ovid.
We're going to
then into
France.
Liberty.
Paris, France.
Been to
It's the
France already
Paris
today.
We already
of the
went to
Rocky
Paris today.
Mountains.
We've been to France today.
We'd been to France? Yes.
Yep.
I thought it was funny when we were talking about passing through it, and Michaela was like, "We're gonna go see the Eiffel Tower."
Elisa said the same thing.
We seriously got there, and I go, "Hey, look, the Eiffel Tower!" And I watched Jeremy and Ellie's head both turn and look. I'm like, it's a tree.
Well, here's the funny thing is I must not have good headphones or something, like something's disconnected because I couldn't hear crap because everyone's laughing. I'm like, what did he say? I'm glad you brought it up because I forgot to ask about it. I was like, everyone was laughing, so it must have been funny, but I did not hear what he said. Oh man.
He's laughing because you all turned and looked.
He's laughing at us.
Yeah.
Everybody looked over to the left, and I'm like, what a bunch of
I-
suckers.
I can hear Mike laughing.
He's passed out.
He's knocked out.
He's totally out right over there.
Oh, is he snoring? All right. Well, we'll call it quits while we're ahead. But
Well, no, you got to ask Garey what his favorite part of the ride was.
oh,
You didn't, do a round table.
Hold on.
I mean, you didn't even ask me what kind of bike I ride.
I don't care what you ride.
It's
You know,
not a
I
Screaming
love you
Eagle.
so much.
You know, about
It's
Fat
not a
kid
Screaming
loves
Eagle.
Not a Screaming
It's not a screaming eagle.
about 6 weeks ago, we gave you that opportunity.
You know,
and you missed
We're going to
it.
call Josh.
a little clarification on
We're
that.
gonna
I
call
was at
Josh
band orientation,
again.
and I did tell him before Ellie so rudely got a flat tire, and then delayed everybody. Okay, I did have time before. And then I texted him in the meantime. And then he called me again, so I felt like a total jack cuss on your podcast. You're welcome for this, by the way. I am censoring the out of myself.
Quack, 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 quack.
Oh my gosh. All right. Josh is right. Gary, did you have a favorite part of the trip?
I thought the weather was perfect.
Oh yeah. Yes.
We were looking at on Gary's wife's phone last night,
My goodness.
Garden City, and it said it was going to have thunderstorms and all this stuff. And it turned
Last
out-
night?
Yeah, we were looking. Well, Thursday
That's
night.
Apple
before-
for you.
Oh no, she has an Android, but it was
Oh.
Garden City, Michigan.
Crap.
Oh, it wasn't even
And
the
I'm
right
like, why? You know, she
It's not
said,
even the right half of the United States. It's like a totally different.
but
It's like two
Biome.
time zones over.
But the thing about it is, why doesn't it? You know, if AI is so smart and it's suggesting all these things, why doesn't it know we're not in Michigan?
Like closer
We're in
to
Utah. Like,
Don't ask questions.
so I was getting super frustrated. I'm like, oh yeah, 80% chance of thunderstorms on Sunday. I'm like, I grabbed my phone. I'm like, you're in Garden City, Michigan.
I didn't catch that last night because she did say that, and I'm like, there's no way. It's supposed to be like 75 degrees.
Yeah. So the weather was perfect.
Well, yeah, and to preface that, when we planned this trip and we got this place reserved, we looked at the weather and I was like, oh crap.
It was supposed to rain.
It was supposed to be like
I mean, we had
cloudy,
thunder-
50
thunderstorms.
degrees.
Yeah,
And I was like,
thunderstorms during the week,
this
so-
is going to be not that great. Like if we'd gone the week before, that'd have been perfect. But every single week I'd check, it got better and better. So it was like the next week it was partly cloudy instead of rainy.
Yeah.
Next week after that, it was 55 instead of 50. Next week after that, it's like 65. And I'm like, oh, that's going to be doable. And it's been perfect weather the whole
was
trip.
warm.
Yeah. It was
Yeah, I
like,
took off my sleeves.
Yeah.
it was like not so hot that you're dying, but not so cold that you're freezing. And you just getting enough cold air to keep you cool. Like it was immaculate.
It was great.
Zach, you're up.
I don't know,
Part
the
of the
whole-
trip.
The whole thing was, I don't know, I'd consider it a success. Just,
I think the group, I think laughing and
yeah, being able to,
sitting on the lawn was nice after the ride.
yeah. Like I only knew Gary and Jeremy before this, but being able to get to know everybody and, you know, just come together and have a fun weekend was really awesome. And then house shopping while we're sitting on the lawn and figuring out how expensive
Oh
these
my
houses
gosh.
are up here.
Well, Dennis is like, let's all go in on a house. Let's all go buy a $2 million house.
There's
Let's
a
go
$2
do it.
million house up the hill
No,
from us.
we're not that. That's not. We're buying the one across the street for $8.55.
Yeah.
You're gonna evict all those kids waving at
Yeah, I
us.
know. That was pretty cool though. That part was fun.
That was cool being able to make their day and have them sit there and we all just rip out and rev it and they're like, oh.
That's cool. There's like 4 kids up there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that was cool.
it gives me heartburn even thinking about spending that much money on a house. Like we want to upgrade into a different house, but everything is looking to be like $500,000. I'm like, $500,000. Oh my gosh.
Pull the ripcord, man. Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. Just don't even look at it. Just sign it. Just whatever.
And when all else fails, you have to sell a bike. Sucks to suck. Sorry.
Don't sell the bike.
The Beehive No Bike. The Beehive No Bike podcast.
You could do the Beehive Bicyclist podcast.
I've joked about that with my dad because my dad's super into like the e-bikes. So they have like, oh my gosh, like 10 of them.
Your
And
parents have 10 e-bikes?
yeah, they've like a whole.
How do they ride them all?
I call it the ranch. Like they got all these bikes.
With Thousand Island.
Thousand Island Ranch. No, they have all these different e-bikes. That's just what my dad spends his money on, you know? And at first when he got, you know, like 3 and 4, I was like, Dad, what are you doing? Like,
He's like, I can't just.
and I just kind of rolled my eyes at it. And then I was talking to him and he was like, yeah, well, Monday I'm working the morning shift and then I work on call until the Tuesday evening shift. And then I work a turnaround on Wednesday and then I work call. And so he's like, literally working every single day. And when he's not working, he's on call. I'm like, you know what, dude? Spend your money how you want. 'Cause that sounds miserable. Like, I don't know how you do it, Dad. He's a trooper. But yeah, I always joke with him, like, Dad, we need to start the Beehive Bicyclist podcast, because they're always, they go on with my great uncle Robert all the time. They all load up all their bikes and they go out somewhere and go riding. We went with one, I took Paisley and we strapped around the back of one. They had some child seat or whatever they were trying out, and it was a blast. I mean, I'm not a huge bicyclist, but those e-bikes are fun. So I don't know. It'll probably never happen, but I've always joked with him that he needs to do it. But I'd say my favorite part was seeing all of my friends get to know each other. Because, like I said earlier, I was just, man, I really hope these people like each other. I hope none of
Cards
them.
Against Humanity brought us all together.
Oh yes, absolute. The last one. Thank you. I won that one.
I don't think that you.
This one round glory.
I don't think you can't play Cards Against Humanity and not make friends. That's a given. But no, that was a good time, and just every single thing we've done has been a good time. Going out to eat, riding, joking around, sitting on the front lawn, and I think that's what makes these kinds of trips special. So
Well, it all comes back to motorcycles.
yeah,
You know, what do we have in common?
Well, I wouldn't have made friends with you if we weren't riders.
Yep.
And then working with you and Josh getting a bike and Mike.
Well, you just
getting
wanted
a bike.
Wendy's.
What?
Yeah.
That's not why you're
the
my
only
friend.
Reason, that's the only reason you called me, was because you wanted Wendy's.
Oh my
No,
gosh!
but because of a motorcycle, you got Wendy's.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right.
Well, we were friends before you had your bike.
All right. Fine. That's fair.
But like, you got a bike and Mike got a bike, and I've known Dennis my whole life, and they've had bikes, and there were some other people we've invited to come, and they didn't make it this year, but hopefully they make it next year, like Zach was saying. So super grateful for you guys, and hope we make a good tradition out of this.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
This was awesome.
Absolutely. Super fun.
We'll have to pack everything up and ride down to Screaming Eagle Mountain, Utah, and you'll have to host a podcast at your
Yeah,
house.
absolutely. We can go ride 5 Mile Pass down out the Rush Valley and
We
run,
could shoot
run
guns
around.
too.
Oh,
From
yeah.
the bikes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you
There are
really
no
want to
rules.
That'll go well.
I mean, once you get down to BLM, I mean, nobody really cares, but
I remember when we went and shot out there just past Grantsville, in between Grantsville and Tooele, and I went with Eric, a friend of ours, and he was like, be ready, like there's some drug deals out here sometimes, so like if we need to defend ourselves, just be ready. I'm like, okay.
Or if you want some drugs, be ready to pay.
With your
Bring
life.
cash.
With blood. Cash a card. Would you like to leave a tip?
10, 15, 17, or 20. Or no
Starts
tip.
at 25%.
I always said no tip.
Custom.
Custom.
I
Custom
forgot about
$0. Custom $0. All right. Thank you guys. And thank you to all you guys that are listening to the podcast every week. We really appreciate all you guys do to help the community grow. So please be sure to follow us on all the social medias that we have. We have Instagram and Discord. Make sure to get on the Discord and see all the new updates we have going on. I'm not perfect at Discord. I need to be better at getting out on it, but and then YouTube and Spotify, Amazon, Apple,
Anywhere you like, you should be
iHeartRadio.
able to find us. So.
anywhere you can't find us, let us know so we can get
Yeah.
on. But Josh already mentioned Pepperbox. I know. I could see it in his
I was
eyes.
waiting to hear
I
that.
could see it in his eyes. Pepperbox. I sent an email.
All right.
We'll see if anything
All right, we'll
comes
see
of
if
it.
those
We
guys-
are. In my opinion, we are way too small for that at the moment. But maybe one
Well,
day.
I mean, reach for the stars, man. Maybe you'll land on the moon.
You-
Okay.
We
Tell
never
me
know
you
what's
know a
going to
guy
happen.
with a screaming eagle.
Ooh, that'll get you on in for
that's it,
sure.
exactly.
You should have put that in the email.
I need 5 reasons why you think you should be on our platform. My friend has a screaming eagle. Screaming Eagle, one word. Screaming
Remember,
Eagle.
it's not just an air filter cover.
That's a lot more than one word.
I had to run on.
Not an air filter cover.
Not an air filter.
Nice. High five for that one.
It is an air filter cover. It's just not a Screaming Eagle one. Not a Screaming Eagle. Eagle. That's more like syllables.
It's okay.
We can't count here.
We're so smart.
But in other news, we might have some changes coming here in a minute. I'm working with some people to see if we can get a merch line dropping. So
Fingers crossed.
Nice.
yeah, we're hoping. I've got some people lined up. Hopefully everything just works out and we can get that going and we'll go from there. So.
Yeah, we have a couple things that are cooking in the behind the scenes, so hopefully those things pan out and we can bring to you guys the best content we possibly can. So keep your ears listening and your eyes peeled for new announcements. But for now, we'll call it quits and we'll see you next week.
Right on.
Thanks.
Thank you.